What's up guys, Dan here from the Chaos Crystal series, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing of this new card sleeves that I just got, so let's open it up.
I'm really excited about this, because now I can stop printing out some of my cards and start playtesting them, so it's protected. Here they are, man. Oh, that's so nice. Don't care about that. Shipping info, don't care about that. Just get to open this, guys. Deck protector sleeves, 100. Oh my gosh, guys. These look so nice. Let's open it this way.
Oh my gosh. These look really nice. Oh my gosh. So really nice, man. So that's probably 50 and then that's probably the other 50. Let me go test some of these out real quick. Alright, how about that, man? Alright guys, I'm back. And what I just did is I just changed the format so they fit in the cards. Because previously, I tried putting the ones I had printed out already. Plus they were in a format that I had that looked a lot different. Because I redid all the looks of the cards, so... And they were a little bit too big, so I changed that and I adjusted it. And I printed out the first 18 cards of the set. And I decided, well, I guess since it's an unboxing video of these little folder thingies, that I might as well show you some of the cards. First card of the set is Glaciati. He is a rare card because it says that in the little bottom corner, and all the text boxes and pictures have a blue border, and the shard counter / currency counter is filled in blue. So this is a creature card. Like the whole game is based around the creature cards and attacking each other and attacking your opponent's crystal for them to lose points. So you can tell it's a creature card by the background is blue. It has a shard counter and it has the crystal, which is basically the element. So for example, Glaciati is from the Oceanum crystal, which is the water element, and then they have power and health. Sometimes they have an effect. This doesn't have an ability yet, so I just put down for all of them in case I decide to change it later. So for Glaciati, he's a rare and a 6 shard because he has really good power and health. So he has 370 power and 200 health, which is really good, which is why he's rare. Oh, also in the bottom right corner it says P1, which stands for part 1, and then it says which number they are. So this is the first card of the set. Next I have Pumpkin. He is also a creature card. He is from the Crystal Vita, which is basically the nature element, and he's a 4-shard creature, and he's pretty decent. He has 210 power and 200 health. He doesn't have an ability. He's a common, and he's the second card in the set. I really like his artwork, by the way. The next card is Gemarocka. He's from the Tower Crystal, which is basically the rock element, and he has 50 power, 50 health, and he costs 3 shards to play, and he's a common. He's the third card in the set, and he does have an ability, which reads, this card gains power and health equal to the number of shards you have times the original power and health of this card. So, basically, what it means is that since every turn you gain shards, and shards are your currency, depending on how many shards you have, to gain some more power. So let's say you had like 4 shards. If you had 4 shards after you played him, he'd have 50 times 4. So 50 times 4 is 200, 200. So you'd have 200 power and health if you had 4 shards, so on. Yeah, it's basically a good way. It's a cool strategy to involve too. So like in the late game when you're saving a bunch of shards, you could have him played, and then you could basically hold off your opponent until you get that big card played. So yeah, that's Gemarocka. Next card is Little Rock Dude from the Tower Crystal again. He's another 3 shard. He's 120 power and 160 health, no ability, and he's a common, and he's the 4th card in the set. Next we have Boulderbat. He's a really decent card, especially for a 4-shard. He's a common. He's the 5th card in the set. No ability. He's from the Terra Crystal. Boulderbat has 220 power and health, which is really, really good, especially since Terra tends to have a lot more health than power. He's a really good all-round card, and he only costs 4 shards, which this power and health is really good for that. Next we have Small. So Small is from the Ignis crystal, which is basically the fire crystal, and he has 190 power and 110 health. No ability, he's a common, and the 6th card in the set. He costs 3 shards to play, and I really like his artwork too. It makes me hungry. So the next three cards I'm about to show you are not creature cards. They are called equipable cards. So this is Atomic Sword. It is an equipable card because, one, you can tell because it doesn't have power and health or crystal or shard rating. The background is black, and it has a little E in the top right corner, which stands for equipable. And so Atomic Sword, for example, is a common, and he is the 7th card in the set. But equipable cards are basically, what you do is you attach it to a creature card. So let's say you had Small here, and you want to attach the Atomic Sword equipable to it. So you attach it to the card, and then what it does is its effect. So for example, Atomic Sword is the attached creature gains 70 power. So if I attach this to Small, he gains 70 power, so he goes up from 190 to 260. So it's equipable cards are fun. The next equipable card I have is Atomic Helm. It's basically Atomic Sword, but instead of 70 power, the attached creature gains 70 health. He's the 8th card in the set, common. The next is an Atomic Scythe. So the Atomic Scythe is a rare because it has a really good effect. And you can tell it's a rare by the border and the colored in the top right corner. It says E2. The effect reads, the attached creature may attack twice per turn. So I might actually have to nerf this a little bit because it can be really overpowered. Let's say you attach it to Glacier Yeti. He'd be attacking twice per turn. That'd be really, really overpowered. So might have to nerf it or something a little bit later. But it is going to be a rare. So these atomic are parts of a little archetype I have called the Atomic set. And then this is basically like the boss monster of the set. He is called Atomic Warrior. So he is a rare card, and he has 260 power and 270 health. That's really decent, but he is 7 shard, and that's pretty not that great for a 7 shard. He's a 7 shard and a rare because of his ability. His ability reads, double the effect of any atomic card that increases power / health. So basically, what it means is, if you attach either Atomic Sword or Atomic Helm to it, it doubles its effect. So if you attach Atomic Sword to it, instead of gaining 70 power, he gains 140. And then he goes up to 400 power. And if you do Atomic Helm, he goes up to 400 health. And you could, I think, I'm still kind of working out the rules, so you might be able to do both of them. So 400 is really, really good. The reason why I said increases power and health, excuse me, is because if you double the effect of Atomic Scythe, that would be way too overpowered. 4 times per turn with possibly 400 power and health. That'd be way too overpowered. So that's why I had it so only that. But it's a really good card, and he's a rare. So yeah, he's the 10th card in the set too. Next card I have is Chameleon. He's a common 5 shard creature from the Noctis crystal, which is basically like the dark crystal, and he has 280 power and 140 health, which is really pretty decent and good, actually, really good for a 5 shard creature. He's the 11th card in the set, and yeah. So the next card is called Aristocrat Egg Thing. He's also from the Crystal Noctis. He's a 2 shard creature. He wouldn't be really good if he didn't have his ability. And his ability reads, flip a coin, If heads, then search your deck for a chameleon, which is this card, and put it in your hand. If tails, then search your deck for a fat feather and put it in your hand. So basically, what if I sort of get into the lore of the Krystal Kaos series, Rat-a-cracked egg thing is an egg, and either hatches this really powerful monster chameleon, or this next card I'm about to show you, which is Fat Feather. Fat Feather is a really poopy trolly card in the set. He's 110 power, 70 health, not that great, especially for a 3-shard creature. He's from the Noctis, and yeah, so if I get a Rat-a-cracked egg thing, I'd really want to get head so I could get the chameleon, but add some of the strategy. Next, we have Trump, not the president, spelled with an O. So next we have Trump, and he's from the Vita Krystal, which is basically the nature one. I already explained that, but he has 260 power and 210 health, which is really good for a 5-shard creature. And he's a common, and he's the 14th card in the set, no ability. Next, I have Meerkat. So he's basically like the Cheshire Cat of the Krystal Kaos, but he has 150 power and 220 health, which is pretty decent actually. And oh, he's from Ventus, the Ventus Krystal, by the way, which is basically like the sky / air / like flying, wind element sort of thing. And his effect reads: your opponent now cannot see / look at any of your played cards when they attack. So, kind of sounds a little confusing. So let's say your opponent has Trump and you have Fat Feather and Meerkat. Alright, hold on. Actually, go back. Let's say you have Glacier Yeti and Meerkat. So, once you play Meerkat and it's your opponent's turn, you flip over your cards so they can't see it. And then if they don't have good memory, what they might end up doing is attacking the wrong card. What would happen is if your card attacks something that has higher health than your power, it basically just kills itself. So basically, they just gotta memorize whether they can kill it or not, otherwise they might end up killing themselves, which is pretty good, but if they're paying attention, then it won't. But because I like Ventus a lot, because the basic strategy is to just frustrate your opponent and trick around with them, so that kind of adds to that. The next card is also from the Lukes. I forgot to explain earlier. Atomic Warrior from the Lukes Krystal, which is basically the light element. So Sam Smiley is also from that. He's a 1-shard. Just basically to get some more, to balance out the game a little bit. 40 power and 70 health, I mean, it's 1-shard, so, and he's a common and the 16th card in the set. Next, we have Blade Serpent, which is from the Oceanum Krystal. He has 300 power, 170 health, and he's a 5-shard, so he's pretty good, like, especially in the power side of things. He's a common card, and he's a 17th card in the set, no ability. And then the last card I'm going to show you for today is Obtuse. He has 30 power and 280 health. No ability, he's a common, and he's the 18th card in the set. He's a 3-shard creature, and just look at that face. Just look at that face. He's so dappy. Yeah, so, yeah. That's the last card I'm going to show you for today, so thanks. Thank you guys for watching, and I can't wait to show you more of the Chaos Krystal series, and see you next time. Bye.